J Mo, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. It's been a minute, it seems, since most of the shows are off that we have normally been talking about. And I haven't really been doing too many reviews about any movies or any other shows. There's been a lot kind of going on. My mom was in town visiting for almost 2 months, so that definitely um, kept me busy. And it was good that she was back in town and stuff and visiting. So that was good. House of the Dragons. I did review House of the Dragons. So if anybody was wondering about that, um, to me, although the show is a great show as far as the premise and the amount of effort they put into it, this season was like a drag. It was really House of the Dragon, dragging the story along, boring in a way to me. I was kind of disappointed that I watched that every week to really see nothing happen. I would have really preferred to have binge watched that or something in a couple days and got that over with in 10 weeks or whatever. But anyway, we talk a little bit about what's been going on in the news and a little bit of that. I see y'all in the comments coming through. What's good with you, Gerald Calloway? This Friday night, I appreciate it. I was gonna go to the comedy club this Friday, but I figured if I go there tonight, then I know I'm not gonna go live Saturday, and I don't know. I may not go Sunday. Then next thing you know, the whole nother week is by. So I decided I'm gonna go tomorrow, and they got Tommy Davidson from In Living Color. He's in town, and I was gonna check him out. His ticket's only like $23, so let's see what the OG of the game, what he doing and what it look like. How he performing. I don't mind checking out other people every now and then, especially the OGs that I know about. Tommy Davidson, boy, go all the way back to In Living Color. That's a legend. Young Slim, what's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? Good to see you. Still rock good, fam. How you been doing, man? You say I gotta watch Bel Air. Yeah. I heard it was good in the new season or whatever. That is the show. I don't know if I still have Peacock. I know I haven't watched Peacock in a while, so I hope I don't still have it. Been paying for nothing. But yeah, I heard Bel Air. Something I gotta go double check on that Peacock and maybe watch Bel Air the new season. 'Cause I'm behind on that. There's so many other things and so much stuff that's been watching. What's up, Rashonda? How you doing, sis? Appreciate you for coming through as always with your support. Definitely appreciate the love. How many of you all have heard of a comedy show that's on YouTube called Kill Tony? You all let me know whether you know live or in the comments. But I think I'm gonna do that Kill Tony show next month. See what's up. I'm glad you're doing all right, girl. Appreciate it that you always come through and check on me and come through and support for the years as well. All of y'all in here has been rocking with me for a minute and supporting the channel. And I appreciate you all, man. Definitely. Um, you know, this is the longest little break or gap that I've had since I've been doing, running my channel in what, 7 years. This little time with a month and a half off for the most part. I did a couple videos, but um, Game of Thrones. I guess I didn't have a month and a half off. I only had really like 3 weeks off. It just feels different, but definitely needed the break, needed to recharge. I've been working on a bunch of other stuff, all the other stuff going on in life as well. Politics. I've been, of course, after a certain point in politics and stuff and life, and at a certain age, your mind may be already made up. Not to say you still don't watch and get information, but you know, my mind is kind of made up for the most part, but stuff still is interesting. And I still look into some of the stuff, but I don't sit and watch it and put a lot of energy into it like I did maybe when I was younger, because it just drains you. There's a lot of negative energy. But it is entertaining sometimes, like a TV show. Who heard when Trump was saying, "Vote for me, I got it fixed. You'll never have to vote again. You don't have to worry about it again." I don't know who think that's a good thing. He said, "Vote for me, and I got it fixed. You ain't gonna have to worry about it again." I'm like, what? I don't know, man. Even if a person think that's good, that's bad. Even if he was the best person for the spot, that's bad. Because that mean what? He gonna take away your choice? I mean, it's already to the point where we don't have a lot of choice as it is. But to say something like that, whew, that was scary. I don't know. I wouldn't want anybody to say that one. And I don't hear a lot of people talk about that as much. That when he said that, maybe they heard it and it was over, but I don't know. Yeah, Mello, I've been hanging in there, try to recharge the batteries a little bit, working on the stand up, trying to get the comedy going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jaron Calloway, JC said I can't vote for Kamala. So it is kind of interesting to me. Like I say, this is like a show in a way to me. That as far as I knew, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of people were saying that she wasn't that good of a vice president, or her approval rating was low, or that she really wasn't doing much and this and that. Now some people will say, well, that's every vice president, right? I mean, what did Dan Quayle do? So I don't know. So I guess you can say on one hand, maybe that is the case. And then on the other hand, maybe that is the case. Maybe both things are right. Now, also, when they had the primaries the last time, no, but she wasn't second place to Biden. I can't remember who was second place offhand, no. But I don't believe she was second place. I think she was third. Was Buttigieg second place? Buttigieg. I can't remember. Anyway, some people feel some kind of way because of Biden getting the nomination, then stepping down and giving it to her, and then the money and things, but people didn't get a chance to vote for who they wanted. Uh, but then again, who would people have voted for? you know, Buttigieg. I don't think I don't think Buttigieg is gonna win. Being honest. Gavin Newsom maybe, but then once you get into the weeds of California, I don't know. And I mean, I don't know who they was gonna bring out the woodwork. So I guess they just cut to the chase and said, skip all that and just go right there because we don't have nobody else really anyway. I don't know. Was it the right way to do it? At least play the game as if people got the choice. I don't know. We get to some of these comments. Damian Kenny, what's good, my brother? How you feeling? What's with you? Birds Nation, what's good with you, man? They ain't seen you in a long time. I hope everything been good with you, fam. I know you vote. You say I know who you with. You with Kamala. I know. That's who you voting for. You gonna go ahead and take care of her. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mellow fellow, you say Kamala talking about how we can't go back when she's the one currently in office. We can't go back. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's saying we had a momentum now and we can't go back if we lose. I'm just saying maybe that's what she's saying. But it is interesting though that the Democratic Party has had the office for what, 12 of the last 16 years. So, I don't know. Say what you may. I know that it's, to me, about policy and some of the policies that Trump is proposing, like that Agenda 25, although he trying to say that's not him. I don't know. I think that's got a lot to do with it. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Agenda 2025. That's a lot of stuff going on with that. I don't know. So I think this is just a. I think what part of the problem is that a lot of people don't have enough time to really look at a lot of this stuff for hours and hours, which is like what it may take. And a lot of us just get our own ideas, based off of what we already think and agree on and things. Not to say who's right or wrong. I don't know. It's all a mess. They all got, oh my goodness. It's just, I don't know what to do. They need a new party. A new party, maybe two more parties or something to balance out everything or something because woo-wee, there's a lot going on. Damian Kenny, you said some VPs were hard workers. That is why Al Gore had a great look going into the 2000 election. That's a good point. He's one of the few, though. It's hard to name another one unless you say what? Bush, and he wanted to be president. So I guess the BP that want to be president, they do stuff. I don't know. But that was a good point. Dick Cheney, he was very active. He was president. He didn't want to be. He was president, some may say, right? Big Dick Cheney wasn't playing with them mug. He shoot you in the face and make you apologize. Blue. Say you're sorry. Tell him that you shouldn't have walked there. Tell him that your head looked like a bird. Go ahead. Tell him. Tell him. He like at the press conference with his head half blown off with the little bird shot. He over there. I'm sorry. I got a chicken head and I walked in front. I deserved it. That's gangster. You know what I'm saying? What up, De Niro? How you feeling, brother? Wave face killer said Trump 24. Mm. I'm just interested. What are some of the issues people are interested in for whatever side, whether it's, you know, Democrat or Republican? What issues are people interested in the most? I mean, a lot of people say things like abortion. What's up, B? How you doing, girl? Happy Friday. um, a lot of people talk about abortion and things, and then they made it in state to state, which, depending on what state you live in or what state you was born in, your way of life is very different. Now, is that something that affects the nation? I don't know. That could be selfish way of thinking as a man. Well, I don't get it, and I'm in this state, or I can afford to go and take them this, or I can't do this or that, or da, 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 da. So that's kind of a different way of looking at it. I know as a man, I got the luxury of looking at, but maybe a girl that's younger or whatever the case don't have enough means. They couldn't afford to do that, or didn't have those options. I don't think like a woman, they could possibly get pregnant. So I don't know what I would be doing and how I would think of things. So, but it's interesting, man. I don't know. I don't think. I think that's between people because, I mean, of course, a man is involved in it because he is with the woman. I don't know. Maybe it's between the doctor and things. If it's a procedure that's available and people can be safe doing something, if that's what they doing, I don't know. So I just look at it as like, I mean, not the same extent, but just like how you make things illegal, people still do it. They may find a way to still do it. Drugs has been illegal for the longest. People still try to do it. You know, if they end up making it illegal, if not, this hasn't happened already. They probably have apps or ways to connect people in states so that people can do these underground procedures. Who knows? And if that is happening, would that be safer than the hospital? I don't know. Let me look at some of these comments. You say wave face killer. No, I don't. Killing newborns is unacceptable. I think of it as it's a personal decision with each person. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody else gonna take care of their other kids, right? So if you be like, oh, don't do this or do that based on that decision, I mean, so I just Jordan Calloway, you say Kamala hasn't shown any policies. I think she has, hasn't she? I thought she did. Uh, hmm, maybe not that many. I guess I ain't really. B, what's up? Thank you for the super chat so much. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Got a little video show. Well, that didn't work. Let me see some video to play for the. There we go. Showing love. Appreciate it. There you go. A little bit of love right back at you. Definitely appreciate that. So, oh dang, this camera. Hold on. Get this down. There we go. All right. So, wave face, you say, unless it's, against the will or what, person life is in danger. I mean, I get that. I mean, but at the same time, I feel like we tell each other what to do too much as it is. So I try not to do that as much as possible, you know. But also, I don't think that's the biggest issue in the nation either. I mean, how many people does that affect? I never looked up how many took place each year on average before it was banned, but I don't think it's a million or half a million. So if you got 300 million people, you can't be, I don't think we should have something like that divide the country, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I wonder how many people turned away after seeing the people boycotting in front of those clinics. Because if you ever been to those clinics or by one of those clinics, they always have some people out there like with some picket signs. I wonder how many people saw that was like, you know what? I ain't going up in there. I wonder if it worked. You know, I wonder. Damian Kinney, you say Harris has come under fire for a dumpster fire CNN interview, blame Trump on every issue, including Biden policy. Well, I thought that she was saying she didn't have anything to do with some of his stuff, but I'd have to see it. I'm not sure. I wouldn't put it past them. That's the thing, man. All of them lie so much, though. They all lie so much. If Trump lies so much, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. Some of the things he said, clean coal, clean coal. We got some clean coal. Oh, damn, I forgot I got my Trump wig. Anyway, I just think, man, that all of this is a mess. That's why I say it would be great to have some new parties and stuff restart some of this. Not that the country need a restart, but these parties need a restart. I think the Constitution is still good and structure and the separate, balance of powers and all of that. I just think that all still could work. I just think that you just got to get some people that you got to get rid of some of this incompetence in a way because, well, I think it's not necessarily incompetence. Some is, but I think also when you really look into it, it's not that people are trying to work for the people that elect them. They got other agendas. Now, I'm not necessarily saying like conspiracy theory things, but you know, they probably working and making money and hang out and tired and do whatever like anybody else. And you get comfortable after a while. And some of these people keep these jobs for so long and make so much money and things that they hang out. I don't know, man. Maybe they forget some of them what they was coming there for. Not to say that everybody should be poor or middle class, because there's nothing wrong with being wealthy and then going there because in a way it's like you not going there for the job. You going there well, not for the check. You going there to actually do some good. But then also the problem is when you have to get millions and millions and millions of dollars raised to get these jobs. That's crazy. What if we as regular people had to raise money or fundraise or sell some damn candy bars or something to get your job to go work at UPS? All right, now this is the new training class. It's 10 of you. Whichever one of you all bring back the most money gets the job. Like what? That would be crazy. What if you brought back like 100 grand for a job paying $10, $12 an hour? That's crazy. So I don't. That's actually a good idea. I should do that as a skit. But that's just I just boy ain't no it wouldn't be nobody working no damn where. Let's see. Wave face killer. Kamala Harris lied about the southern border. She said it was secured a few years ago. Now I want to blame Trump. Mm, okay. Needful things. You got a lot of years on these YouTube streets. Yes, time fly, right? Definitely fly. Definitely fly, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all for hanging in there with a brother. Been a lot of ups and downs. B, you say it's part of the medical care, and the ectopic pregnancy or retained parts are not taken out, they turn septic. Mm. Basically meaning that the mother's health would be in danger. So, I mean, it's very complicated at the moment right now. I don't think, I mean, I've come across people that are kind of reckless, but for the most part, I don't think people are reckless overall with that. And I just think that's um, I think because of how it's viewed, some people view it as taking, you know, somebody out. And some people look at it as it ain't somebody yet till they are out, or until they big enough that if they you did that, you would see that it was them. And uh I think that's between each person. You know what I mean? Like that's like putting your religion or something on the people and things in a way, in my opinion. Um, in a way, I think both are right. They both are right. Like it's not a life yet until a certain amount of time, technically. Is this what the embryo? But if you don't do anything and leave it alone, a lot of times it will go into, you know, some big waterhead Negro. You know what I mean? No. So, uh, woo wee. Again, I think that's the wrong issue for the majority of 300 million or what, 150 million or 200 million people voting, because all 330 don't vote. But so what, 150 million or 100 some million? I don't think that that should be the main issue. I really wish that it was similar to like in states like California where they have what they call what the propositions on the ballot. From what I believe, again, I never voted in California, lived there, but from what I've seen in my small amount of info is that you can have different items on there to vote for separately instead of voting for a candidate you hoping will do this or you hoping will do that. For example, I believe that's how they got, you know, the little weed on the list and medical and then legal and all of that because you can vote for that separately. You don't have to wait for like the governor to do it. So that's really how things I think should be, even though majority rule can have its problems, I still think that's probably a better option than electing a person who then has the power to do all of this stuff. I don't even know why we even still would do something like that, to be honest. That's not what we should be having them there for. They should be like negotiators or something at this point in the world. Because why would we even elect anybody to do for the laws when, especially the technology and things today, everything that needed to be a law, we can just vote it that way. Why are we sending politicians for laws and things? That just doesn't make sense. They should be negotiating like business deals or having this company come and put a factory here or, working with this state to build this or, this factory and that. That's what they should be doing. Worrying about the laws. That's the last thing we ever need now. Especially in this is the future. We live in the space age future right now, for real. Like, let somebody from the 60s, you tell them, like, man, we live in 2024. It really ain't much changed. That's the sad part. With this phone and all the stuff you can do, they worry about voter fraud and suppression and things. And of course, it's been no proof of mass voter fraud. Mass voter fraud. Has there been 70 or 80 cases or a couple hundred cases? Yeah, that don't sway the election. And it wasn't all in one location. This is across the whole country. And it's a lot of things like accidents from people. But anyway, they have not found in this past election mass voter fraud. But they do not want any of these drop-in ballots and other stuff. So, they wouldn't want anybody using phones. And when I say they, that's another thing. People say they all the time. Who's the they? Because both groups say they. Just like when old boy tried to pop that ear. He pierced that ear. Book up. People say they had him do it. Who's they? I don't know. I don't put anything past them. Them. They, them dangerous. You gotta be careful around they, thems. Anyway, I wouldn't put nothing past them, but I don't know who they are. That's a good one. I need to write that one down, huh? But for real though, who is they? I don't know. It's always they. People say the deep state or this or that or whatever. I don't know, man. I know Shorty was weird and that didn't make sense. He was a registered Republican, but sent 10 or $15 to a Democrat and was a weirdo extraordinaire on so many levels. I don't know. Bird Nation, have you ever seen one performed? I done missed what you were saying. What did I say? See, oh, you talking about the clip and snip? Yeah, yep. That ain't necessarily good, man. But that that's on those people's soul. You know what I mean? That's on their soul. Not to say I want to live in a country where uh they sacrifice to Moloch or something like that. Don't get me wrong. If like a Satan worship ceremony type thing. But if people are getting themselves in situations and they can't afford to take care of these kids, people already talk about the welfare state or people with kids they can't take care of, or the public school systems, all this stuff. Well, I'm not saying going to kill them little little nigglets. And I don't like to say that either, because who's to say they was all that? But anyway, if a person decided they wanted to self-correct and that's what they was doing, I don't know. I wasn't gonna be there to take care of it. I'm not gonna be there any part of the way. So I don't want to support it, take care of it. I'm not gonna make you. I wasn't there to help you make it. I don't even need to know. I didn't know you went to the doctor yesterday. Wait. You know what? I didn't even know you. There you go. I don't even know him. I'm not gonna go and stand in front of the store and pick it and get to know him. Why do that? So in that regards, because if you really want to do that, you could do that and pick it in front of McDonald's. You could pick in front of these companies with the microplastics that's killing us. We can pick it in front of the people that's poisoning the lakes and the oceans and the garbage patch and all this stuff. So I think a lot of that stuff is just, just as important, in my opinion. I think it affects way more people. I think microplastics is what found in everybody's blood. Everybody. I think that affects us more. I think we should get together and ban that before we be worried about that, because that's in everybody. You know what I mean? They say that make your tank shrivel up. You know what I mean? The tank shrivel up. Next thing you know, it's just doop, everybody a woman. Young